you don't understand anything about it. But afterwards, around when in 1988, when I got in touch with Tawalkar, and then I started looking at economics as a kind of a subject which I should be studying, though now part of the official curriculum and the university syllabus and all that. And I have developed a kind of a theory in the recent 30 years of the profession, which is directly linked with political personalities, politicians, political parties, and the economics. My observation is that the leader's longevity, the leader's life, leader's career, leader's impression is directly linked to his understanding of the economics. So those who, you can just test in your own way. Those leaders who we have been referring to for ages, there is some kind of a serious thought that may not have come up front, or they may not be boasting it about their economic understanding. Political parties that are having a large large span of area of operation, they always have to have some kind of a political theory behind their economic theory behind their politics. So this is the aspect which I look at it. Every political leader, every kind of a political party, what exactly the thought they have. Because whatever we look at the politics, it's just a superficial thing. There has to be some kind of an underlying economic thought. And that's how some parties are growing, some parties are having a good life, political life, some parties are still finding it difficult to survive. The underlying reason is economics. And this particular angle brought me to two personalities in the history, two doyens of Indian freedom struggle, who have, it's a great coincidence, two politicians. One is completely ignorant in the sense not studied politics at all, and that person is Bal Gangadhar Tilak. And the second person who thoroughly studied economics, who gave everything to that subject, is Dr. Bhimrao Raoji Ambedkar. Tilak never studied economics, but he realized if he wants to write on politics, he has to have a basic understanding and a knowledge of economics. So he took special efforts. He used to meet his friends from the education sector who are into economics, and he learned quite a few things in economics. And so in 1894, the person wrote how India needs a foreign capital. So kind of vision this person had. Similarly is the case with Dr. Ambedkar. He officially studied economics. And this quest of understanding political leaders that brought me to this particular topic. So the disclaimer was, I'm not a theoretical economist. Why I thought it necessary to tell you? Because some of you, those who are not familiar with kind of writing, they may carry some kind of impression that Ambedkar's economics and the person talking must be exposed to formal economic training, which is I'm not. So that honestly I should admit. And there is another reason I thought I should study the economics of these people, is the Western thought. I'm going to quote some very interesting personalities. One of them was his